BISP Solutions. My name is Ankita and today we are going to cover Calculation Manager Business Rule topics. Okay, so in this we are going to see PAT calculation, discount calculation and transport allowance calculation. So let us first start with the PAT calculation. Okay, so we will first understand the requirement. In the given case, we can see that we will be first calculating the total pre-tax income, which is also our net income. Which is also our net income. Okay, so we can say that net income is equals to total revenue minus total expenses. Okay, after calculating this, we will be calculating the profit after tax. Okay, so this include the total net income that we have calculated earlier will be subtracted from the taxes that an organization needs to pay. So here in the given case, the total income is being subtracted from sales tax and federal tax to get the profit after tax, which is the net income of the organization after deducting all the expenditures. There is some problem in my Excel sheet. Let me first check. Okay, now I got it. Okay, so this is the final total income, net income, which will be distributed to the shareholders. Okay, so now we will see how the business, how we will create a business rule for calculating the profit after tax. So for that, I will first go to Navigator, then to the rules, and here I will then select the cube in which we are going to write the business rule. I will right click on the rules here in plan 1 cube. Okay, after that I will name it as test underscore pat. Okay, so here we are using the edit script mode, not the designer. Then here I will fix, here I will fix the scenario as plan, the version as working, then I am going to fix the period here. So here I'm going to use @I descendants or I can also use here @relative function. Okay, so here when I mention the relative function, I will be mentioning the member name, which is Q1, and its level. Okay, so here I want the Q1 0 level member. Okay, so I want the business rule to be calculated for January, February and March. Then after that I will fix the entity here. So I'm going to use the relative function. The entity is 100. Okay, 100 and its 0 level members. Then I'm going to use FY 23 Okay, then okay, so this was all. I think I have already fixed the dimensions. Okay, now I will also fix the product here as at the rate using at the rate I descendant function. Descendants p underscore tp1, which is the parent member, okay, of a group of 0 level members. So here I am going to use and fix to avoid error in the later end. So now first I will be calculating sales tax as we have seen here. So to calculate the sales tax, the revenue which we have earned will be multiplied with the sales tax ratio, or we can call it as sales tax percent. So here I have created a variable. I will show you. So first of all, the sale here is the discount rate is 7940. Sorry, it's not discount, it is the sales tax. Okay, I'll show you the dimensions here. 7940. 7940 is the sales tax. Okay, so here we can see that we have got the sales tax with us. So to calculate this, I will multiply revenue, which is 4110. It's a hardware revenue. Okay, this will be multiplied with sales tax percent. So here I'm going to insert a variable using insert variable icon. Here we have created a sales tax rate in the scope cube. So let me select this. I'll show you later how we can how do we create a variable, okay, which is a runtime prompt variable. Okay, so here I am going to now write a formula for PAT calculation. So PAT will be the total revenue, that total income that we have seen here, that is total pre-tax income, will be subtracted with the total taxes. So pre-tax income is 00001 subtracted with 7940, which is sales tax, and 7950, which is federal tax. Okay, I'll show you the federal tax here. Oh, wait a minute, in the smart. So here the federal tax is 7950. Okay, so after this I will then validate and save it. So here we are using runtime prompt variable. That is why we are getting this dialog box where we have to mention the rate of sales tax. Okay, so our rate of sales tax is 10%. After mentioning it, I will then deploy the rule. Okay, now I will take you to the smart view. Uh, Here I will connect with the smart view first. It's taking a little longer time. Okay. Okay, now here I am going to run the rule that I have created for PAT calculation now. So here we will run the rule named test pat, and I will mention the rate of sales tax here as 10%. Okay. So the business rule completed successfully. After that, I will refresh this sheet. There is some error. Let me check why the rule is not running here. So here it is, Q1. Okay. So here it is going to be year total. Then US organization. Let me check here the member US organization. Okay, so it's in 200. Okay, so here I will make the relevant changes. So here for entity I will be mentioning here 200. Okay, after that I will again validate. After that I will deploy the rule again. As and when we make changes into the business rule, we first need to validate and save it, then we will deploy, and then finally we will launch the rule. Okay, so here I have already done the deployment parts. Now I will launch the rule from the smart view sheet itself. So for that I will select it as test part. Here I will mention the rate of sales tax as 10%. Okay, now the rule is launched. I will refresh the sheet, and here we get the desired result. Okay, there is some problem in the data. Let me first check it. I will copy the data from here, from the requirement to the calc manager, and then I will check. Okay, now I will remove this federal tax, or no, sales tax. And then the tax. Okay, after that I will submit it, and then again I will calculate the rule here. After launching the rule, I will refresh the sheet, and okay, so we got the desired result and there is no variances, hence the data is validated. Okay, now we will move to our second rule, which is a discount calculation. So in the discount calculation rule, I will first take you to the requirement sheet. Okay, so here we can see that the we are calculating discount on consulting fees that we will be receiving. Okay, so in that we will be calculating discount on the basis of the revenue generated. So here we have insert a condition that if the revenue is more than $1 lakh, then we will be getting a discount of 20%, and if not, then the discount rate will be 10%. Okay, so here we can see that we are generating a revenue for the month of Jan is $1,50,000. So what I will do here is I will try to calculate it. So we can see that 1,50,000 is more than $1 lakh. Now I will multiply it with 20% and you find the exact same discount. Okay. Similarly, here we find in the month of February, we find that the revenue that is generated by consulting income by consultation is 90,000, which is less than 10,000, $100,000, which shows that the discount rate is going to be 10% here. Let me show you 9 into 10%. 9,000. Okay. Here let me first check the requirement. Okay, so here we can see that we have got the discount of we have given the discount of $9,000 in this case. Okay, now we are going to write a rule for the same. So here I will go to system view and then to the rule, and I will right click on it and will mention here the new rule as test discount calc. Okay, then I will click on OK here, and then here I am going to use the edit script mode to write the business rule. Here I am going to fix the scenario as plan, version as working, then okay, period as Q1, 0. Then here I'm going to fix the entity here as @ relative member name will be 100. It is a parent member of the group of entities. Okay, then I am going to fix here the year as FY24 to plan the revenue and its discount. After that I will be using I descendants function to mention to fix the product. So I'm going to fix the product name PTP1. Okay, now I will mention the and fix a statement, and then I will give the formula. So here I'm going to use if statement. Okay, so before that I will be creating a member block with the name 4170, which is a discount. Okay, now I will mention here if, then parenthesis open, and here I will mention the condition. Okay, so here my condition is going to be if the consulting income is higher than $100,000, then the discount is going to be 0.2, that is 20%. Okay, or else 4170, which is the discount, is going to be 0.10, that is 10%. And here comes an end of the if function. Okay, now I will first validate and save the rule. So the rule is being saved with no errors, and then I will deploy it, and then I will go to the smart view sheet, and then from here I will launch the business rule. So here I have named it as test underscore discount underscore cal. Okay, so the rule has been launched. Now I will refresh the sheet. Okay, so here we got the discount payment, and we can see that there is no difference, no variance. That means our data is validated for discount calculation. Then comes the last one, that is the transport allowance calculation. Okay, so the transport allowance is being calculated on the basic salary. So it is being calculated on a percentage basis. So here we are going to create a user variable, a runtime prompt variable into it. Okay, so now let us. Okay, so here this is very simple. We have a basic salary as 15,000 for the month of January for financial year 24. Okay, so we are getting a transport allowance here on a percentage basis, which is being calculated on the basis of the basic salary. So the basic salary will be multiplied with the percent. So here I am taking it as 20%. Okay, so now we got the transport allowance. Now I'm going to write a business rule using the runtime prompt variable. So here I will go to the system again and will create a new rule. And here I will name it as test transport calculation. I will then go to edit script mode to write the business rule here. I will first fix the plan member from scenario dimension, then working version, FY24, then here I am going to use @I descendants, function to fix the entity here, which is 100, which is a parent member, and its children will be we will be considering its 0 level members to write the rule. Then here we are taking the product as P000, which means no product. And then lastly, we will consider the period here, which is Q1. So here I am going to use the relative function. which is Q1 comma 0. Now I will use here end fix, and here we are going to calculate transport allowance. So for that I will first go to the instance. Okay, so here I will find the member transport allowance. So it is 6170. Okay, so 6170 transport allowance will be calculated on the basis of the basic salary 5800. Okay, after that we will multiply it with the ratio, that is the runtime prompt variable that we are going to create now. So I will then click on insert variable and then click on create, and here I will mention the name as transport allowance transport allowance percent. So here I will select the type as percent. I will click on runtime prompt and I will mention the limit. Okay, so here the limit is going to be, minimum value will be 5 and the maximum is going to be 50, as it all depends on the grade of the employee. Okay, so the maximum range for calculation of transport allowance could be 50% here. So here we are going to mention the runtime prompt text here. Enter transport allowance percent. Okay, then I will click on OK here. So here we got the member and the scope is Q. Okay, after selecting the member I will click on OK, and see, we can see that the member that we have created here is mentioned to us in a curly bracket. So all the runtime prompt variables that we will be creating will all be shown in the curly bracket. Okay, after that I'm going to save it, validate and save the rule here. I will mention the value here as 20%. Then I will deploy the rule and again mention the value as 20%. Lastly, I will go to the smart view sheet and here I will run the business, launch the business rule here. Okay, so here I will be going to select the, so here we have test transport calculation, and then I will have to mention the percentage of allowances. Oh sorry, this I have wrongly did this in here. Here I will select transport allowance and then enter the rate and then launch it. Okay, now I will refresh the sheet. So here we got the value of the allowances, transport allowances. So there is no variance. Okay, hence the data is validated. So I think that's all for today. For any more queries, please feel free to ask. Thank you.